guys, so a lot of you wanted iPad advice on what iPad is right for you, which iPad you should get. I'm someone that's been using an iPad for many years. I've gone through many iPads. So if you're in the market for a new iPad, I've got you covered. iPads come in all sizes and shapes today. Of course, earlier we just had the iPad, just singular. Now we have the iPad, we have the iPad Pros, we have the iPad Air, we have the iPad Minis. And it's just crazy and overwhelming sometimes to kind of be like, which iPad should I get if you're someone that, doesn't know or hasn't used an iPad before. Now, as I said, there are multiple types of iPads, and to find out which one is right for you, we're just going to go through a series of tests and questions, and maybe that'll help you make your decision. This is based on my experience as an iPad user over the last few years. And yeah, this is not going to be technical, guys. If you want to do like a technical study on which iPad is better for you, the site is amazing for that. You can compare, 2-3 models at one time and kind of get an insight into, the specs. If you're someone like that's an, a tech geek that's looking from that angle, you probably don't need this video. This video is more from my personal experience and for someone that's kind of lost who reads the specs and is thinking, what does that mean? Before we actually get into asking questions and figuring out what iPad is right for you, I just want to introduce the devices that I have here. So this is my current iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch 6th Gen, newest one. I got this a few weeks ago and I'm absolutely loving it. We'll get into more details about this in a bit. But I also have my old iPad Pro. So this is like very old. Just kept this for kind of to compare scale, and we'll show you guys in terms of sizing and all of that. And I have my mom's mini, like this is the little baby one. I also had the iPad Air in between these two devices, but someone else is using that now, so I don't have that here. But yeah, I've just kept these to kind of show you the differences and kind of compare as I'm talking you through the different iPads. Now, here are the questions you want to ask yourself before you kind of decide which iPad is right for you. Okay, why do you want an iPad? Number one, what is your usage going to be like? Number two, and whether you're using this professionally, personally, as a student, all of that. Now, once you answer these questions, you'll have a better insight onto which iPad is right for you. Now, what do I mean by what is your usage like? It means how many hours are you going to use it? Where are you going to use it? Are you going to use it only at home? Are you going to use it, at school, outside, where all? Personally, professionally means do you use it like for a mix of things like I do? Like I use my iPad to edit, to reply to emails on the go. It's kind of like my B device when I don't want to carry my big MacBook Pro. And I also use it to watch a lot of shows every night. So it's a mix of personal and professional. My mom uses her iPad literally just to watch stuff, like only shows. She doesn't have any other usage. So, which is why I got her the mini, because I was like, it's easy, it's small, it's convenient. So there's that difference. Is what I'm saying is you need to understand each person is different, each person's usage is different, each person's needs are different. So understand your needs first, and then we will get into which iPad is right for you. The first thing I would recommend is, as I said, go onto their site, compare 2-3 models basis on what you think would be right for you. And that'll kind of give you an insight into, pricing, into size, all of that. The next step would be, if you have an Apple store near you, go to the Apple store, obviously, because getting a feel of the product is really important. Also size. Sometimes you can't tell how large a screen is when you read 12 inches. It seems like, oh yeah, it seems small. But then when it comes and you unbox it and you're like, oh my God, it's really big. It's not going to fit in my handbag. It depends on the kind of person you are, the usage you have, all of that. So if you're someone who always has a small bag, this would be ideal. So there's all those reasons, which is why I would say compare online, go to the store if you can. Or, if someone has an iPad lying around, play around with it, see, touch it, feel it, weigh it, all of that, and then decide. If you're looking for something light, you're looking for something fast, you're looking for something that you can carry around and have a decent size and work on, the Air is amazing. Okay, the new Airs are super power packed. I used my Air for 2 years, had no issues with it whatsoever. And even the mini is actually pretty cool if you're someone that really wants something on the go. It's great actually. Also, if it's not your primary device, is something you have to decide on, whether you only have an iPad. Like I know a lot of people, like my friends, who are lawyers, they only have an iPad. Like some of them don't use a laptop at all. Like they just use, this as their whole setup. Someone like me has a MacBook Pro, has a iPhone and has an iPad. So what is my usage? It's like my B device, not my A device. So you kind of have to figure that first. So if you're someone that's looking for something on the go, light, fast, quick, that is power packed, you're looking for the Air. If you're looking for something that is, on the go, really light, really small, the Mini is pretty handy. The only thing with the Mini is that it's just really, really small. But if you're looking for something that's compact and that you will not even feel the weight of in your handbag, this is amazing for that as well. If you work in media at any level, I would recommend the Pro always, because it's amazing with like any kind of media, videographers, photographers, editors, all of that. It's really, really powerful. Like I can actually edit a full YouTube video like the one you're watching on my, Pro. I don't need a laptop at all for that. I can use heavy editing software on my Pro. Now you have access to that as well. You have like FCP for your Pro, all of that. And that was my main reason to kind of get this upgrade, because of the M2 chip, using Final Cut Pro on this. It's just really, really handy and easy to, edit on the go. Especially now today with short form content where you're editing for like reels, shorts, you don't really need a whole, MacBook Pro to do like a 30-second, or you can easily do that on your iPad or on your phone. And this is really, really good for even heavier files, as I said. So if you're someone that's a working professional in media, do not look at anything else, look at the Pros. So the new Pros are super superior. Sound quality, picture quality is unmatched. Like right now when I use my Pro and I watch stuff, online at night, I'm just like, wow, this is so good. So if you're like gaming or you're looking to, watch a lot of stuff on your Pro, you will really enjoy the picture and sound quality of that. The M2 chip, again, it can handle all your heavy duty stuff smoothly, seamlessly. So for someone like me, who started content creation 10 years ago, I come from that place where we had to edit on a laptop and all of that. And today the fact that I can just do what I used to do on my laptop, then on like an iPad, is pretty incredible. And to, handle 4K heavy files from a DSLR onto a device like this is pretty amazing. Which is why I say figure out your usage, and you need to know what you really need. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is the capacity. Okay, so the Pros are really great because they can go up to 2 TB and you never really have to delete anything, which is my favorite thing, because I'm like, okay, add files, and I never delete anything. It's just like my iPhone. The other ones, of course, you have to check the capacity. So I would say that is important to also see how much you're going to kind of load onto this and how much you're going to use it for. So if you're using it as a media person, I would definitely say get more capacity and memory, because that will really, really help you with, work and otherwise. The other thing you want to check is Wi-Fi or cellular. Where are you going to use this? Are you going to only be indoors? Are you going to use it indoors as well as outdoors? Of course, you can also just use a Wi-Fi with, hotspotting your phone if you have a decent enough phone connection. But I always feel like getting the Wi-Fi cellular is a better option, because it has its eSIM and then you're sorted and you can just, kind of use it everywhere. Also in places with lower network, sometimes when you can't hotspot your phone, it helps to have that eSIM. That's what I've experienced at least. So I would say if it's a mix of in and out, get the Wi-Fi and cellular. If you're just going to use it at home or in your office and you have Wi-Fi, then obviously you don't need cellular. Now, talking about the whole package, I would really say, instead of just getting an iPad like this, today you can get all your iPads with, the whole kit. So you get your pencil, which is amazing. You also obviously have the keyboard, which, kind of turns it into a laptop, like a mini laptop. So you can see this is my beautiful iPad. And I'm just gonna, again, as I said, plop it on here to the keyboard. And this is my pencil that magnetically sticks on the top. And it just becomes like a little mini workstation where you're like, done. You can take this anywhere. You just fold it, put it into a bag, take it anywhere, work anywhere. And it works really well for people that like to do things on the go. And it also kind of acts as a case for your iPad, right? So your iPad is also protected. You don't really need to get an external case for it. Whereas with these kind of iPads, if you don't really have anything else, It's more handheld and you just kind of have to use your hands a lot. You need a separate case, all of that. But again, as I said, depends on your usage and what you really need. I would say for anybody, if you're going to use it professionally, the whole hog works really, really well, because it's like having another laptop, or having like a laptop if you don't have a laptop. So of course you can buy all the accessories. You can buy your pencil, your keyboard separately, and add it all together. It doesn't really come with the iPad. That's a decision you have to take when you're buying your iPad. But I really feel like it's worth it, because it really, really makes it a nice, easy package to work with. There are two things that you really need to focus on: budget and usage. Now, this is kind of going to be the factor that really determines which iPad is right for you, and what you should be getting at that point in time. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no better or worse. As I said, it totally depends on your usage and what you want. I love this. My mom loves this. She's very happy with this and doesn't need anything else. So it's not like oh, everybody needs a Pro, everybody needs a mini. It's not a one size fits all, which is why they have so many options for you to pick the right one for you. So guys, if you liked the video, found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also comment below with any more questions you have about any of the iPads I've spoken about, or what iPad would be right for you based on your usage. Happy to guide any of you in the comments. So comment below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.